Welcome to this audio podcast. This audio podcast synopsis. This audio podcast synopsis is part of the Quail and Crux, the Quail and Crux audio podcast series. This audio podcast synopsis is part of the Ricochet and Ruckus. This audio podcast synopsis as part of the Shitstorm Squadron. This audio podcast synopsis as part of the Bedlam and Labostix, and this audio podcast as part of a ZtormLabostix production. So a little bit in around this as part of this audio podcast series in the form of a synopsis. So, development of a novel pharmacotherapeutics give hope to those who live with chronic and incurable conditions or diseases. Huntington's disease is a neurodegenerative disorder or condition caused by an expansion of amino acids, particular amino acids, cytosine, adenosine, and guanine nucleotide repeats are on the Huntington's gene or Huntington's on and around Huntington's genetics. The aim and objectives of this review of this audio podcast is to inform some in around some of the some of the investigations and bases of in around Huntington's and to inform of how far the sort of biomedical aspects of the biomedical industry have advanced healthcare for Huntington's recipients or patients. Some aspects in around the literature. The typical age of onset of Huntington's is around 35 to 40 years of age, and with the pathology duration being at around 15 to 2 decades or 20 years after onset. Epidemiology of Huntington's indicates distinct variation between ethnicities or ethnic groups, and global reports indicate or inform that the highest number of Huntington's recipients being in Europe and in amongst North America. And around the pathology, some aspects of pathology, many neurological systems neurological systems are disrupted by the faulty Huntington's gene. A neuronal loss is primarily seen or observed with the basal ganglia, most notably the striatal region, and due to the cytosine, adenosine, and guanine amino acid expansions, the Huntington's protein also undergoes conformational misfolding, and the aggregates that result are insoluble. Some research indicates or informs that degeneration of GABAergic medium spiny neurons is or are frequently seen as observed as excessive glutamate, resulting in excess calcium, oxidative stress, and cell death. At the same time, in around some aspects of the pharmacotherapeutics, treatment is still symptom based, with few licensed pharmacotherapeutics specifically for Huntington's. Chorea symptomology is frequently treated with pharmacotherapeutics such as terbinafine and deutetrabenazine, and In amongst some of the in amongst a sort of a summary, if you will, while still years away from being available for human use in many cases, in many Huntington's disease cases, the potential advantage of novel pharmacotherapeutics or pharmacotherapies should be investigated further. However, the adverse effects of many novel treatments or modalities remain to be elucidated. Just to inform here our listeners and viewers that there are some sort of terminologies that can be placed into databases such as PubMed, for example, where the terminologies when placed into databases such as PubMed, for example, can allow a sort of similar a similar or sort of can allow a sort of an overview in around varying publications in around Huntington's disease. So terminology such as Huntington's disease, genetics, neurodegeneration, pharmacology or pharmacotherapeutics, and additionally sort of biomedical science as well. So that draws this audio podcast synopsis to a close. This audio podcast synopsis is part of the Quail and Crux. This audio podcast as part of the Ricochet and Ruckus. This audio podcast as part of the Shitstorm Squadron. This audio podcast as part of the Bedlam and Labostix. And this audio podcast as part of a ZtormLabostix production.